Hello and welcome to Biscom TV Now. I'm Olumide Shokoya. Biscom TV Now is where we give you a rundown of national issues of national interest that makes you form the right opinion of the society. And today I have an important guest right here with me. I have the pleasure of introducing to you Engineer Yomi Idowu. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Engineer Yomi Idowu is a successful businessman and is running under the African Democratic Congress, the ADC, for the Lagos Central Senatorial District. Engineer Yomi Idowu is also the chairman of the Lekki Residents Association. Engineer Yomi Idowu fought against the Lagos State government during the NSAS period. When the Lekki toll gate was about to be opened, he made sure that the tickets were removed. It's a pleasure to have you today, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
So, you are running under the African Democratic Congress. Now, we have the ruling All Progressive Congress, the APC, we have the opposition, PDP, and we also have the Labour Party making a bit of a noise here and there. The African Democratic Congress, little or nothing has been heard about them. First of all, I want to ask, why did you choose that party? Why did you choose to run under the ADC?
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. First of all, let me correct one impression. I didn't fight against the government. You can never fight against the government. I engaged the government to think about the poverty level of the people and not continue to toll the gate. And they listened to me and told the gate is not tolled enough. Now, talking about politics, why did I join ADC?
Yes, sir.
That's the question you ask. But the question should have been first, why am I in politics? Then, why ADC? So let me take it that way. You see, we have what you call voters' appetite in our country. And the result of that is to be ruled by wicked people. Secondly, people say with me in the past that no, we're not interested in politics, it's too dirty, it's this. But you see, it's a shame that we don't realize that politics, which is government, decide everything about us. From birth, your birth certificate, marriage certificate, economy, health, even death certificate. If you don't get a certificate for your death, you cannot be buried. So why should people say that they're not interested in politics? If you say you're not interested in politics, you are just cutting your nose to spite your face. So I've made that mistake in the past. And I now realize that if we don't get into the field, we continue to be ruled by incompetent people who are selfish, who don't care about us, and what we get is the country be just going down, down, and down as we are today. So I decided to chip in, do what I can do, at least contest. That's why I'm running today. And because I've seen a lot of poverty, especially within the youth, being a lucky chairman association, I've engaged the youth. Most of them, they don't have jobs, they don't have where to live, and every day they continue to increase. Same thing everywhere in the country. Go to Abuja, you see them on the road. Go to Agege, go everywhere. And during the NSAS, I was in the field. Lekki was the eye of the storm, and I saw what happened. I engaged the youth, and I realized that the youth, they don't know who is government people that put them in their situation, and the private people who are actually working hard to earn living. Everybody is the same. So if you're not careful, and I pray it doesn't happen again, if that kind of NSAS happens again, I bet you we will regret it. So that's why people should get up. People who have ideas to get up and play part in the government affairs. Not that everybody should run for positions, but you can actually support, you can actually go out and vote, you can actually wait there until your vote is counted. You can do a lot. So we must be interested in the affairs of our government if we want the country to survive. Right now, Nigeria is in a critical position. We see all our youth leaving the country, our doctors leaving the country en masse. Even foreign countries are now inviting our teachers to come over. What are we left with? So we must immediately stop this, see how we can engage people to stay behind and then bring up the country. Because nobody can do this for us. We have to do it ourselves. So that's why I'm in politics, to play my own part. And by God's grace, victory is mine.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, you're going against the APC, the PDP, the Labour Party, and the likes. What chances do you think your party has? Because you're going against the ruling or progressive who have their political might everywhere.
Thank you very much for that question. You see, when you talk about parties, I don't think the parties have, what do you call it, structures everywhere, like you say. Now, I'll give you an example. Last election in Lagos State, the Senatorial District, Lagos Central, the person that won with 160,000 votes out of about 3.5 million registered voters in that area. Now, are you telling me that they have structures everywhere? No. It's because there's voters' appetite. So most people don't go out to vote. So only their party members go out to vote. So that is not that they have structures everywhere. And I don't believe that in the past the elections have been free and fair. No, I don't believe that. But because there is now going to be a different type of election now, we will see the result of this election. Now, joining parties. Number one, when I talk about going to politics, I look at all the parties. Believe you or me, I believe that APC people move to PDP, PDP move back to APC, APC. We're not serious. This is not politics. There's no ideology. There's nothing. People just go because of their interest, pocket interest, what they can. I mean, it's a disgrace. You can never see a Republican jumping fence to go to a Democrat. Democrat, they are just jokers. So that's why I couldn't join PDP or APC, but they are both the same. I heard somebody saying PDAPC, I can't remember the person that said that. So they are birds of the same feathers. Now, when I talk about other parties like Labour, Labour is out there because of Obi, which is like an alternative to the youth. And that's Labour National. Labour at the state level, there are PDP people, APC that are the stronghold, that are not happy with their party. All of them move to Labour State. So it's all the same thing. So, and I believe that you must reach out to people. What is your antecedent before you come into politics? That's why I always tell the youth these days, join politics. Don't join politics without anything. Be involved in your community development. And then you cannot have something to say that you've been doing this. You can't just come from anywhere and say you want to go to House of Assembly, House of Rep, without any record of your past antecedents. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I say, look, I have been in my chairman of Lekki. I've done a lot for my community, and I believe that what I have done, if people can look at it well and compare me to others contest against me, they have not done nothing. If this election is about what you can offer, what you have offered in the past, I don't think I have anybody contesting with me. It's just going to be a free ride. But nevertheless, we're going to have an election. So I believe this election, it won't be about parties. It will be about individuals. But people are tired of APC, PDP, and or whatever. So it's going to be what you have done. They're going to do an X-ray of you and see, look, this man, what have you done? What have you done? And they now cast their vote. So that's why I joined ADC. ADC has been there for a long time. It's a party that, well, unfortunately, at the national level, there's a problem, which I don't want to go into, which is affecting me actually, because my election is same day with the presidential election.
Yes.
So you can imagine that I don't have a presidential candidate running or campaigning. I'm the only one campaigning on that day. I'm the only one voting on that day in my district. So all the funds needed for the agent, whatever, I'm going to provide it. It's a huge task, and it's something I didn't envisage that it will happen, but it's there. I have to keep on. So ADC is supposed to be the third force that to rally people around together, but unfortunately it couldn't happen. That's why the Labour Party have just taken over. I pray that my victory will mean a lot. One, it will prove to the youth that you don't have to be in the big party to win election. With that, next election, many youth will come out. That is one thing I pray happens, so that you can change the narrative. Everybody is tired. Everybody has given up hope in the nation. So that's why I joined ADC.
Thank you very much for that answer. Now I want to ask you, in your community, what are the things that what are the changes? You are the chairman of the Lekki Residents Association. What are the things that they have benefited? What are the things that you can say distinguish you from every other person contesting for the Lagos Senatorial District?
Thank you very much. You see, whatever a man does, he should give glory and credit to God Almighty. Because it's not you, it's God that made it happen. I was not interested in being chairman of Lekki at all. I was not interested. For I was living my own quiet life. But I was interested in the community development. My street, I got involved with my street, especially when there was a lockdown on the COVID-19. I got up and started feeding the poor people. So my community saw that, they joined me, and we formed a kind of an enclave where actually erected gates, which helped us during the NSAS that came after that. So I've done, with the glory of God, I've done so much that the people are happy with. Number one, I engage the government not to toll the gate, which is a big one to the people. Number two, I've reduced the crime rate in Lekki Phase 1. Normally, during the Christmas time, it was always robbers, whatever, but because of gates that have erected most of the communities there, there was no much robbery or problem during the Christmas time. I've cleared all the wheelbarrows, people were just walking up and down is off. I have developed a magazine for the community, because you need to have a magazine where everybody can go into and read about the I developed that, and we had the second edition last year, I think November last year. The other edition is coming up. I have constructed with my ESCO member though a befitting hall for the residents, which have never been done before. I have engaged the government many times, because the government physical planning in violating the permits. That means when people come in, they turn a resident house into a club within resident areas, which is them, if it is government that decided that this area will be residential, some area will be commercial. But they go behind and then give them permit to construct anything. I've been on them with that, and there was success in that. I've done so many things, especially getting people to realize that we need to develop our Lekki Also, the traffic situation, like I've tried to do my bit, but there is little you can do about that because you need the government. I've asked the government to give us red lines, no parking, no waiting on the main administrative way. They have not done it, which I believe that will ease the traffic because people just park anyhow. When people bought lands in Lekki, they saw a kind of a layout plan that was beautiful, and also tried to get water into Lekki. Since Lekki has been on for the past 30-something years, no water. There are the small mini water works that's not working. I've engaged the government to give it to a private company to give us water, but they have refused to do that. You see, all these things I do, that's what I think that made me to run. If you do all this and you have all these ideas, and you're not in government, this little you can do. That's why we say that, look, we need somebody in the government to engage the government for our benefits. So that's why I'm running, and that's one of the things, something I've done in the community. I brought the people together, to realize that, look, know your next neighbor. Know your next neighbor. I have some community end of year parties and all that. I've done a bit about that too, and people I'm sure people are happy about what I've done, and I thank God for that.
All right, thank you very much. Let's look at the umpire, the INEC. Looking past the by-elections, the Ekiti, Oshun. First of all, my first question is, do you think INEC is ready for this election, and have they improved from the past elections up till Oshun, the last one?
Well, INEC can do their bit. But the politicians are the problems. Even with the beavers, some politicians are working seriously to see how they can hack the beavers. What kind of a country are we in that they must rule by force? This election will show if INEC has done well or not. For example, we've got stories from people that won election, but it was changed by INEC, That's a story flying. I don't know if it's true or not, but you see stories, so that INEC official also maybe part of the problem. But with this Professor Mahmoud, right?
Yes,
Yakubu, he's trying his best. He's trying a lot. You can imagine when you're trying so much, so hard, and some people are putting fire in INEC. I don't understand. That cannot happen in a civilized country. And if you don't get the culprit and punish them, they'll do it again.
Yes.
Some people are trying to stall the election, that election should not take place, maybe because of the agitation, but they are forgetting that that's only cutting their nose to spite their face. Because if there's no election, people will continue. What can you do about that? But let's have election. Let's good people go in and see if they can change it. So INEC is trying. To think about the beavers, and as I'm seeing something on social media, I'm not sure yet. If that's the case, I think we are in for a good thing, because the beavers they've shown is that apart from you going there with your card,
yes,
when you vote, you just vote on the screen. So there's no ballot paper.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
There's no ballot paper. You just punch the.
And
there's no thumbprint, So if that's the case, then people having different ideas we are thinking of that there will be ballot paper. But if it's that screen thing, then nobody can cheat, because as you are pressing it,
yes,
it's going straight to the server. So with that idea alone, you give credit to the INEC people for thinking of that, bringing that in. But again, the politicians who are bent on continue their havoc on us are still looking for a way to hack it. What kind of country are we in? You see a man, accountant general, stealing 1 or something billion naira, and what happened? Look, they've gotten 20 billion back from him. It's a deal. it could become a racket. So it's saying that go there and steal. If you are caught, you just pay back of the money, pay back part of the money, and you are free. No. Let's do what they're doing to them in China. In China, you can't do that because of the steep penalty. Once you have that, you can see somebody putting money in container, and then until the money became useless, billions, millions of naira. That's no, is that wickedness?
Going into the Senate, can there be laws created to make sure that these perpetrators never,
Thank you very
do
much.
it again?
Thank you very much. I was expecting to ask me the question, why am I going to the Senate? Why not other governorship or whatever? See, I believe that my mission is not only for my community, my immediate community. It's not only for my state. It's actually part again for the national. That's why I'm going to Senate. And also to push into Africa. That's poverty in the whole of Africa. We'll talk about that later. Now, the Senate, I believe, is the engine room of any government. Is the engine room. Is the serious work as will be done in the Senate. Because in the Senate, you can sack the president. The executive, which is the president, cannot sack the Senate. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Good. The Senate are the ones that confirm whatever the president, whoever the president appoints to work. They confirm, and they can sack the person as well. So it's the engine room. What do you find the Senate compromised? Because the Senate and the executive should work together, but the Senate should be doing check and balances of the executive.
Yes.
But when the executive are the one that appoints the Senate president, what do you expect? You expect the Senate to bow down to them and do whatever they, So there's a lot of things that could be done, that should be done in the Senate, that they're not being done. So many things. So I call it my legislative agendas. Let me tell you one. And then don't forget the judiciary is there, the third part.
Yes.
That one's another. It's another thing entirely. When you become a senator or House of Rep, either you go to the red carpet or green carpet, or you don't go. You are there for 4 years. You collect the money, you collect everything.
Yes.
That should not be so. If you are not performing, that should be a way to bring you out. Even though it's in the constitution. By the way, sorry to when I just this constitution. If you look at Nigeria, the process for recall is in our constitution.
Yes.
It's there.
Yes.
Simple. But there are 3 stages. Stage 1, which is the first stage. A letter will be written, protest or whatever will be written, to be signed by 50% of the registered voters in that community. My brother, that is done and off. It stops there. It cannot move again. Do you know why? I just saw that somebody won 160 votes.
Yes, over 1 million.
And we are saying that this person has not performed. Before you can take him off, you must have 50% of 3.something million to sign the petition. How can we get 50%, 1.7 million people to sign a petition? We are only 16,000 people voted for. It's like they just put it there. Nothing can be done. It should be changed to 50% of the votes cast.
Yes.
That's why I'm saying that this is our constitution.
Yes.
If you combine the 3 candidates now, the APC candidate, PDP candidate, the Labour candidate, with their brain, everything combined together, and he becomes the president of this one, it will be worse than this government because of the foundation, which is the constitution. When your foundation is not strong, put any building there, it will collapse. If you look at from 1999, President Obasanjo was there. Let's say we give him 5 marks, 5/10, because he did some good things. He prioritized the communication system. He got us our debt to be cancelled.
Yes.
I think it's two things.
Yes.
Let's say we give you 5/10. What will we give the next person? Don't forget the late Yomi, so rest in peace. That Jonathan. The president, you can't give him more than Obasanjo because he has not performed more than Obasanjo. You give him, let's say, 4 or 3. So it has gone down. This present administration the country is worse now. Why are you going to give him about 2 or 2.5? You can see the decline. So the next one too, if you don't change the constitution or doctor it, it will be worse as well. First thing I told you is the recall of. So if you can't recall somebody from the Senate, how can you perform? Most of them go there as a retirement home to go and relax. So that should be changed. I know we can't change the constitution. Nobody's talking about it now, but we can look into it. You see, that's only when you have people going to the Senate by their own might, not by a godfather or leader that put them there. I don't have a godfather. I don't have a leader. God is my godfather. God is my leader, and the people are those I'm going to do the biddings for. But if somebody have taken me, oh yeah, you go and run for the Senate seat, and I win. If he has to do anything, I'll do it. That's what's going on. But if you have people who come from different parties and go to the Senate, and they can come together and say, look, let's change this country. Let's do something to stop this decline. We are all suffering. Most of our children are not coming back to Nigeria. And most of them abroad, they are in good positions. In America, the second in command in the Ministry of Finance there is a Nigerian boy, Yoruba boy. Second in command, the Secretary of State. In America, go to UK, minister there is a lady who was not born there, was born in Nigeria. You go to the NASA, you see African Nigerians there. So if they can go out there and do well, and here we are going down, something's wrong. That's why the Senate must be overhauled. People going there, people should vote for people that they think that it's not their godfather that put them there. People that want to go and do something, want to go and change the place. We need to change that place. And that's why I'm going there. I know it's going to be difficult for me because if I'm the only one, it will be one voice against many. But with God's support, I'll be able to win people, other senators, to see what I'm seeing. This country is great. We can make it great again. I mean, you can remember years ago when we were buying cars. We were only buying Santana, 505 Evolution. We are all happy about that. Nobody was talking about bringing cars in because we had the car manufacturing industry. What happened? Gone. Textile industry, gone. I shut down my factory, a building material factory, because of the oppression by the foreign companies. Many small-scale industries are closing down, and nobody is helping them. We must change these things because we don't have any other country than Nigeria. At my age, going to the Senate is late, but it better be late than never. So I'm going there to go and try and see how to change things. That's what I'm going there.
Thank you very much. I must say this has been an impactful discussion with you. Thank you very much, Engineer Idowu, thank you very much for coming to Biscom TV. Now we hope to see you again, and
Thank
of
you.
course, maybe when you get up there, we hope to have you here again, with us. And that's thank you very much.
Thank
sir.
you very much.
You're
Thank you for having me.
Thank you,
And I
sir.
like that what you said. When I get it, not if I get there. Because I'm going to get there.
Yes, you're welcome. All right, so this is where we draw the curtains on Biscom TV now. Join us again for another thrilling edition. I remain Olumide Shokoya. Thanks for watching.